Hi, good morning, garden friends, or should I say bonjour? This is my favorite cup. I brought it back when I took my daughter to Paris for her 13th birthday. I'm out here on in my side yard, which I call my hummingbird highway, by my orphan garden. I just finished my checklist. I watered both my tomatoes and my plants here in the hummingbird highway that aren't on drip. And I was just looking at this post. I don't know if you've noticed it in any of my videos. It's oops, I hit the light. It's like I think a 4x4 post. I got it for a hummingbird, a bird house. We used to have a bunch of bird houses here on our property, namely what used to be this fence on the backside. And every year we got a bird nesting in only one of them. They really liked one of them. And this year we moved it here. And you may have heard me in a previous video talk about it. We actually had a wren nest in it this year, which was awesome. Boy, and let me just tell you, no one works harder than bird parents. So we had a wren. They successfully fledged despite a disaster of the birdhouse falling apart. When they fledged, I actually saved their little nest. Not sweet, little nest. I love it. So I bought a new birdhouse. It's over here. And I want to put it on top of a pole where it can't get eaten by or attacked, because that's my theory, is that I think a raccoon attacked it. That's why it fell off. But I have this one. I just bought it. I got it at Home Goods. I thought it was super cute, and I want to put it on top of that pole. But the problem is where do I want to put it? So I'm thinking, and I've been waiting, because I'm thinking I want to put it in the corner here. Let me turn the camera around. Right here in this corner. Right there. I think that would be a good place for it. It would extend up. The pole would go right there. And it would be, I think, safe from predators. It would, fill in here, I don't want a pole just sticking up randomly in my garden. And then really this is the only place I can think of. And I know they already like it here because they always have nested here. So I think I'm gonna ask my husband to dig a hole and plant that there. He's gonna really love me for that. And then I was walking around this morning just seeing what other chores I needed to do. And this is the new area that I'm starting to tool on. This area looking good, a little less cluttered. But look what happened to my lantana. Literally overnight, dead. And I don't know why. I noticed it was looking a little peaked. So I came out and watered it. I've been watering all of this. I don't know, weird. Too much water? It's a possibility, I guess. So I'll pull that up. I'll start thinking I'm not going to do anything with this bed until next year. I'm just going to let it be. We're moving into triple digits for the next couple days, several days. So I'm just going to let this bed be until I figure out what I want to do. I am thinking I want to take out snow and summer. I have this snow and summer, which always looks terrible. I have this snow and summer, which looks okay. And then I have some on the other side. Let's go look at that. Sorry for the sun. It's awfully bright. The sun's just coming up. It's beautiful, cool summer morning in July. Okay, let's see. So I have some here, and this one's doing much better. Maybe because you can't see it because the super tunia is completely overtaking it. But I like this helichrysum that I have put in here but holy moly does it grow. It gets big and it goes fast and it kind of takes over. Case in point. This is pretty big. I guess I could trim it back, but I like things I don't have to really work that hard for. So I did plant a silver mound artemisia, which is over here. And I think it's doing really well. I think it looks really pretty with the purple. I love that silvery gray foliage, silvery greeny gray foliage with that homestead blue or homestead purple, whatever, blue verbena. Oh, I love it. This combination isn't as exciting, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure the Artemisia is an annual, so we'll see. So I'm wondering if I want to pull that silver snow and summer out and put in more of this, because I think this is doing really well. But I know it gets big. So I'm just waiting to see how it performs through now. Will it come back? See, the snow and summer is a perennial for me. So I'm going to see how this silver mound artemisia does, and then I'll make a decision on whether I want to do that. So I was kind of walking around thinking, well, what do I want to do for my beautification? Look at this. So this is such an unfortunate decision I made. In my homestead blue or homestead purple verbena, at one point I planted this clematis, which is a ground cover clematis, and look at it, it's blooming beautifully, but it's the same color as the verbena, so you don't even really notice it. So I need to relocate that. I'm thinking if I can put it over here. I need some color over in this area, but I'll, you know, it's always dig up, move. That's the story of my life, man. And it occurred to me that, remember I went to the store to go get lamium and they didn't have any, so I used Silver Falls. I forgot, I have some in my garden. I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. And this one I think I want to move anyway. Oh, and I have some over here. I forgot. I hate to move things that are doing well, but I can, if I want, dig up some of these and put them in the in those hanging baskets. But honestly, it's going to be so hot, I don't want to do that yet. I'll wait till maybe fall to do some of those chores. As I'm walking around, I'm also looking for any better positioning of that fence, of that birdhouse. So I'm almost tempted to make things easier on my husband to set it in a pot and just stick it in the corner here. Or even just screw the post to the post and not even dig a hole. Because this is, oh, this Chinese pistache tree, gorgeous, but this is just a root-bound mess under here. Digging would be so hard. Aha, I think he will love me for that. I also have a liriope in my orphan garden that I want to put here and get it out of my orphan garden. So, you know my, let me turn the camera around. You know my philosophy, which is, you know, you never have to stick with everything at once. If you don't like something, take it out. So I'm gonna do that. And I use those red flags. Can you hear all the mowers and stuff? It's like suburban living. We always have mowers and things going. Okay, what I'm looking for is one of my red flags, so I can remind myself that I want to do that. And I'm really missing having that fence here because it's preventing me from getting things organized here. I swear. In yesterday's video, I talked about Ohio, only handle it once. And I failed this morning. I didn't put stuff away, but hey, small steps, right? Okay, so here's my liriope. I'll mark this because we got to dig a hole. That'll be a pain. Here, I'll turn around. Or I can just do it like this. Let's see. There. Reminding me, this liriope needs to go somewhere. Also, this morning, in addition to my chores, I espaliered my flowering maple. Isn't that cool? I just ran it up straight. Here, I'll turn the camera around. I just ran the trunks up straight, and then they naturally already fanned out, so you can see how I've got them fanning along the lattice. And I pruned off about 3 feet of some of these really long canes, because pruning makes them grow in, you know, a little fuller. And so you can even see, like, at the base of some of these leaves. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Can you see that right there? That is new leaves coming up. And so these were, you know, going for length, not bushiness. Anyway, doesn't that look great? Okay, so in addition to doing the Abutilon, the flowering maple, I also took care of the fountain grass that was there. So it was flopping over, it doesn't get enough sun. It was pretty well, it lasted, but I pulled it out and I did something kind of funny. I wanted my maidenhair fern to go in that corner, but it was a little too low and I didn't really have anything to put it up in, you know, make it taller. And so I actually just put the one pot inside the other pot for now. Here, I'll turn around and I'll show you. Hang on. Okay, so I just stuck it right in there with the soil even still in there. And I could always plant. I could push this back a little bit and plant in there if I want, but I don't, because this, look, completely covers it. And that maidenhair will be very happy with all the splashing that's happening from the fountain right there. And you can't even tell. Isn't that great? So, yeah, that will do great for us. And if maidenhair fern is happy, it'll live there year round, evergreen. It'll make it through winter. It's underneath the overhang of not only the shed, but our house. So it'll be protected. It's gonna get some residual heat from the house in winter. So I have a strong feeling that this will do just fine. There is some browning on it. See that? I think this is where it was touching the shed and perhaps maybe, you know, rotting, and maybe not enough sun. So, you know, I mean, they like a little bit of sun. They don't like a lot of sun. So it could be that it's like doing some self-pruning in the back where it's not getting as much sun as the stuff in the front. But yeah, here's my other fern that's really strange looking. I don't know. It acts like it's not getting enough water, but it is. At least I think it is. Let's see if I feel. It's so jammed in this pot. Maybe I just need to keep up with it more. But there, so I have a little bit more streamlined of a grouping here. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Okay, I think that I have done as much today as I'm going to do. So let's see, what did we do today? I didn't bring you along for some of this because I know you guys have seen me do it on my challenge, the watering and stuff. But we did the pruning and the training of my flowering maple, the Abutilon, and we did the pulling out of the fountain grass and putting in the maidenhair fern. And I did pull a weed. I just figured you guys wouldn't really need to see that anyway. So I did my garden chores, and my Abutilon is my beautification, my feeding, my nourishing. of the garden today. So I think I'm done for today. Kind of a more of a chit-chatty video today, as opposed to watching me do some actual work in the garden, but sometimes that's just the way it goes, and that's okay. I was gonna do JD's 5-minute timer and I forgot, so maybe tomorrow I'll remember. All right, gang. Well, I hope you get a chance to get out into your garden and let it love you as much as you love it today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.